Well, I'm just happy to be here and very pleased to introduce you Museum Island today. I think that watching the cinema is better than talking about it. Anyway, just to introduce it, as I said in other occasions here, but maybe there were all the people that are now. Museum Island is first of all, a collection of monuments of Mediterranean area and Middle East, built by a very good friend that has been for a lot of years the 3D graphic creator for an important Italian documentary TV. And we try to share this kind of things, like keeping memory of what human beings did during in its history, and also to organize events about many themes, cultural, social, didactical contents, and artistical contents too. So, welcome to Museum Island. This is the landing point, and it's just a good start because behind us, there's one of the three wonders of the ancient world, um, i.e., the road Colossus. According to one of the most important and famous illustration of the Colossus. You know, it has been destroyed by an earthquake many years ago, sadly. We have three, as said, of the seven wonders of the ancient world. The second one can be seen right from here and is the uh, Ali Karnassus Mausoleum. And the third one is the Endgame Garden of Babylon. However, the theme is structured trying to divide the sections in a logical way. So there is a Roman side, which is the first one we are going to see. There's an Egyptian side, and then a Middle East side. And another place we can visit today is the one we call temple area, when we have some examples of temples of three different cultures, um, and we will go to visit it later. So from here, going on, of course, for those who want, they can take a horse and visit the scene by riding the horse. But okay, in front of us, there's one of the most amazing triumph arc of Rome, the Arc of Constantine, the emperor. But I would like to bring you on the right now, visiting another very nice place we have. Here and there, we have some other little tribute. For example, this obelisk that comes from Somalia, from Ethiopia. It has been stolen sadly, by Italian fascists 1 century ago. And in the 2000, Italy returned it back to its country. That said, in front of us, we have the Halicarnassus Mausoleum.
Words in
The
the
history
news
is
from
quite good. It's quite interesting
bbclearningenglish.com.
because, first of all, mausoleum is the name that comes from the person who lies there, which is the King Mausolo. Um, this monumental grave has been built by his wife and sister, Artemisia. And due of that, mausoleum now is a word that means monumental tomb, and comes from it. On our right, we go to Pompeii, and we can visit one of the most fascinating uh, houses in Pompeii, which is called the House of the Tragic Poet. The name of the house comes from the illustrations we can find, the paintings we can find in the atrium, and it's quite interesting. The mosaic we can see at the entrance with the famous words "Cave Canem," he wears a dog. Romans had a passion for domestic animals. So, and as you can see here, it's also the place we do English lessons for Italians. It's our English school here. So the house has been built, rebuilt, trying to totally respect the original project. Uh, Also making things that there was a second floor that we didn't build, but we wanted uh, to let understand that it was. And inside we also have some artworks by Mr. O'Hifeng. It's quite famous in Second Life. Some of the sculptures. And there are some interesting things, for example, in this room, in this public space, and you can see on the floor a very sad symbol. But you might know that this is not exactly the symbol that became sadly famous in the last century because it's how can I say? Please give me a second. Has upside down hooks because the symbol, the swastik, was an Indian symbol and meant the sun, so a positive sign in the past. Sadly, Nazism, well, first of that, in the 19th century, and a German historical that wanted to have for German people symbolic runes as good as the Scandinavian ones, created created from nothing some some symbols that has been used by Nazism um, decades later, and one of them was the swastika that was being that had been upside down, made upside down, and we can see it. However, you can visit everything you want. There's the This is, as I said, the public part of our Roman house with impluvium that was very useful because it collected um the rain, the water from the rain, and was a good way to collect water for the house. And okay, we can go on because if we don't go quite fast, we barely visit one third of the scene. Feel free to make questions if you want, of course. Sorry. Here on the left, there's an example of a shop of a Roman store. Uh, was like that, a backstage used as a store, as a warehouse, and it was the vendor, the ancient vendors. Well, here it's always quite difficult to choose what direction take because a logical way to visit the sim would bring me and bring us going straight on here to visit the other Roman monuments. But I think we will go there later. But we talk um, rapid. We shortly talk about them from here. You can see on the left one of the most famous Roman aqueducts that still exist, and it is in France, and it's called Pont du Gard. It's very famous because it's the second most visited monument in France. After which one? So, in your opinion, what's the first monument in France? It's a difficult question. Oh, I think I didn't know that. I'm glad. However, yes, Pont du Gard is the second. Exactly, Greg. Exactly. The first monument, the most visited monument in France is the Torre Eiffel. The second one is the Pont du Gard, and it came right to our times because for centuries during the medieval times it has been used as a bridge, and that's the reason why that monument hasn't been destroyed by time. And on the right of the Pont du Gard, you can see a monument which is in La Coruña, Spain, called Hercules Tower, another Roman monument, a symbol of how Romans was trying to look outside the Hercules columns, so the Atlantic Ocean, and behind you can see that the building in front of us is a library, a famous library of Ephesus in Turkey, another example of Roman architecture. So going through the arc, we go in the place that is for us the connection between the Roman and the Egypt part of the sim. It is the canop of Tivoli, Rome, the canop of Villa Adriana, this villa in Tivoli, near Rome, built by another important emperor of the one of the three wise emperors of Rome, so the Adrian the emperor, and it was this pool at the end. It's something like a swimming pool, represents symbolize the Nilo River. So because it was trying to represent the Egyptian campaign of the Roman Empire. As a matter of fact, on one side of the canal, you can also find a sculpture of a crocodile, and it's really there in Tivoli. You can find it. This is the perfect connection representing Nilo with the Egyptian area and one of the most famous monuments of Egypt, which is Abu Simbel, the great palace built by Ramses II, which is maybe the most important pharaoh of the entire Egyptian story. Well, we are looking at it as it is right now, with the colors of that has now. But maybe you not know about all the monuments and sculpture of the ancient times, either Egyptian, Greek, or Roman, were colored. Now they should look a bit kitsch for us, but they was really colored. Exactly, I don't know who did it, but as you can see, we can see the monument as it was years ago. So clicking on the black panel in front of you, you can decide to see as it was or as it is now. The history of Abu Simbel is great and incredible because um, you know that when they built Suez Channel, um, there's the entire zone where Abu Simbel was had to end behind the water. So an incredible mission of archaeologists and volunteers from all over the world dismantled it brick by brick and rebuilt it 100 meters close where the water wouldn't be come. At the right of Abu Simbel, you can see another two important monuments, in my opinion. One is the most famous stone of the history. Of course, it's connected with Egypt because it's the Rosetta Stone, and you surely know that the Rosetta Stone is the way we learned about hieroglyphic, and we are able to translate them now because this is a stone written in Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic. Demotic was the Egyptian language for normal people, while hieroglyphic was for nobles and ways, wises, etc. And the great statue, sculpture on the right, is one of the two Buddhas of Bariyan. We decided to put it here because it's a way to remind how human beings can be so idiot, destroying great things. You know, Buddhas of Bariyan has been destroyed by Taliban's about more or less 2000 year 2000. So we wanted to remember that how, first of all, how in Second Life and the virtual worlds can keep alive things that has disappear in the world, and to remember how we can be stupid destroying our history and our traditions in this way. But since we have visited Ramses II, we need to go to pay a visit to his wife, Nefertari, going to her last house, I mean her tomb. Okay, before entering in Nefertari tomb, just stand one for a few minutes here because I think it's quite a good view of the scene here. We can see again the Pont du Gard from another perspective. We can see near us the hanging gardens of Babylon. Said this is another wonder of the ancient world. Well, we are actually, we must admit that we are not sure the hanging garden has really existed, and we don't know if they were, if the hanging garden was were like this. This is made according to an illustration of the third century. Close to the hanging garden of Babylon, there another important building from Babylon, which is one of the doors of the city, Ishtar door. Ishtar door is very, very, very interesting. Another has another very interesting history because it was discovered by a German expedition, um, a German mission in Iraq 100 years ago, and it was dismantled and rebuilt in Berlin, in Germany, where you can see it now. And this it's the door, the gate to reach the area dedicated to museums in Berlin, which is called it's uh, it's it's strange but true, Museum Island itself. However, let's go to visit Nefertari here. Okay. In the first room, there is one of the biggest books of death we can still admire in the ancient Egypt. You know, the Book of Death was the vademecum for the dead man, for the dead people to travel around the world. How do you call it in English? The Aldila, the afterlife. You know. So all the explanation about what you have to bring with yourself, what we have to say and to do once you meet this god or the other one, etc. This is really a really impressive replica of Nefertari tomb, and many professors of archaeology have been here during the 12 years of history of Museum Island to have lessons for their students. And so going back, we can find the grave. All the illustration in this area um, are connected with the Book of Death, so represent many scenes of what Nefertari has to do during her travel. Of course, feel free to make question if you wish. Otherwise, we go on. Okay. So back to the light. Yeah. Right upstairs now, and we are going to visit another tomb from another important culture uh, of Mediterranean area, and one of the cultures that are at the origin of the Roman society and culture. I mean, I'm talking about Etrurian, and it's a very fantastic tomb in Salvatore near Rome. There are many interesting things here because the figures you can see uh, remind also remind the first proto-Christian icons. That's to say how human beings used something that already knew to introduce something new, like Christian religion centuries later. Yes, it's very real. It's very impressive. I agree. I love this tomb. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Luigi. Wait, back to the light and go to visit some temples. So please here turn left and go upstairs. Okay, here is the temple area. I talked to you about it before, and there are three examples of different kind of temples. Two are Greek, one is Etrurian. The one on the left is Etrurian. The two on the right, the one in front of us and the one on the right are Grecian. This one is very interesting and it's also very famous because it's the temple of Delphi Oraculus. Okay, and it's a Tolos. Tolos is a model, a circular model of temple, very very present in the early part of Greek history, while going on during the history of Greek, then they switched to the rectangular ones. And the one in Sicily, Tempio della Concordia, on the right, is a great example. It's not Parthenon, but it's quite close to Parthenon as beauty and importance. So I would give you, yes, Magna Grecia, exactly. I mean, I give you 5 minutes to feed my dog that is blaming me. So you feel free to visit for 5 minutes the temples here. Um, I will be here at 9:36. Yes, I love Temple of Portonaccio. It's incredible, incredibly amazing for the colors. That changed our lighting a bit. Yeah. Yes. Yes. We used to change the wing light monthly. Yes, we had a surreal one because we had an exhibit in Sky days ago, and we needed that kind of sky. I forgot to put it to change it on ground zero. Honestly, that's why it was so dramatic before. But yes, I think by night we put lights in all the monuments in order to give them quite a dramatic way. Okay, when you are ready, we go down from here. So um, it's um, it's another great story. This monument, which is the most recent one at Museum Island, because this is medieval. It's in Italy, and it's a well, the St. Patrick Well in Orvieto, between Tuscany, Umbria, and Lazio, to explain the location. And the illustration gives you allows you to understand how a great masterpiece of engineering this well is, because it allowed basically to have one cart going down and one cart going up at the same time. So having a consistent recover of water for the city. This was very important for the city to protect itself by conquerors, because they were able to have water all the time. Yeah, sì, è una cisterna, Emilo. No, non è una cisterna, è proprio un pozzo. È un pozzo. Yes, goodness. So, okay, we can go downstairs. It's quite difficult. So pay attention, but just stand a little bit right going down. We need to go downstairs. Here. It's not easy because the view is not perfect in Second Life for this kind of activity. Right. You arrive down. You arrive down, and we reached. Okay, here's the well itself. So the water. And so we now have two places to watch, to visit, but we go left. Well, it's very difficult to choose. Okay, we go left. This is the Antrum of Sibyl. It's near Naples. I think you know the history of Sibyl. Sibyl was was the priestess presiding over the Apollonian oracle. Um, the history of Sibyl is very sad because Apollo, the god, uh, felt in love with her. And really wanted to have her, and he was ready to give her anything she wanted to conquer her heart. So Sibyl asked for eternity, but since she didn't want to accept the teasing by Apollo, he used her words to punish her. So she said wanted to be eternal, but she didn't say she didn't want to get. She wanted to stay young. So Sibyl get older and older, and getting older, she became smaller and smaller until she disappeared, and only remained the voice. So right now, when you walk in this cuniculus, in this cave, the modern time, the wind that passed between the wings on the side um, makes sounds that reminds to her voice. So the eternal voice of Sibyl that keeps going. Yeah. So we can walk and we can also pay pay a visit to Sibyl right here, and you can ask whatever you want to Sibyl clicking on the stone, the omphalos at her feet. Ah, a lot of time, Emilio. Il lavoro di Carlo Lello è durato quasi 3 anni per ricostruire tutta la sim. Yes, it's made in Italy. So true. Okay, we go back now and enter to another monument I really love so much. When the solution is simple, God is answering. Okay, we are going to Turkey now for another Roman monument. And this is, yes, this is a cistern, as Emilio asked before. So if you're ready, I open this door. And now we are into the Basilica cistern in Istanbul. This was the cistern itself. The water that was collected here came from Serbia. So try to figure out how long the aqueducts were from Serbia to Istanbul to bring water here. I don't know why there was that. Here. Removed. Okay. However, on the other side um, of the monument, there are the two columns which are the symbol itself of this monument. Oh no, it was on the other one. Okay, the two Medusas basement of the column. Yeah, yeah, they are. Okay, yeah, they are. These are the symbols of the monument. They were capitals, but um, since this monument has been built old, using pieces of previous monuments, sadly destroyed, they reused these capitals as basement for these two columns, which are the symbols now of the monument. All right, out again. There are still a lot of things to visit. Now we go in Jordan, or another
Para, para, pa. Oh, è arrivato, è arrivato, è arrivato.
another
Moribondo
famous
piatto.
another famous monument.
Moribondo è arrivato.
Okay, this is Petra. I'm pretty sure you all know
Ah,
this monument.
meglio che stiamo zitti allora. Per fortuna non ci capiscono. Allora.
In realtà una persona fra di noi ti capisce. Emilio ti capisce, infatti ha scritto io sì, capisco. Corny, stai molto attento.
Ma ciao, no, stavamo solo parlando bene di lui.
There are friends here that are taking the
Noi
relax
abbiamo sempre un cuore
in a relaxed
grande.
area behind us. Okay?
Mm, che freddo, che freddo.
Let's go on. We are
Mm,
going back where we were now. Just stepping a little bit, a little moment in front of another interesting monument, which is typical of the ancient culture of Sardinia, Italy. Nauragic culture in Sardinia, one of the most ancient civilities of Europe.
mm,
Right? So we are going back to the canop so that you can
No.
enjoy a little extra before going elsewhere. This is another important monumental arc, Leptis Magna. It comes from Libya, and it's a monument dedicated to the first foreigner Roman emperor, because Septimius Severus, Roman emperor, was born in Libya, just to say how multi-ethnical the ancient Rome was. So I talked to you about a little extra. I don't know if you have never been inside a paint in your life. If you haven't, now you will be able to. I'm pretty sure you all know a, a painter called Vincent van Gogh. But I said I don't know if you have never been inside one of his paintings. But if you click on the paint behind the red, the oh dear, sorry, I really feel bad with flu. The red arrow is enjoy. Yeah, you can all click on it. Yes, we can go inside. You can go, you can come. Okay, we are inside the bedroom at Tar, one of the most famous paintings by Vincent van Gogh, and from the okay, the transparent wall behind us, we can even see the painter that look at us. It's quite photogenical. You can come back, take a picture on the bed or on the chair. So feed your peak section in your profile. And when you are done, here, just click on the exit button and you will be teleported outside again. All right. Okay, now we need to take teleport. So you can choose all the teleports you want, but we need to go on a platform. There is a teleport here. Just to use it, click on it. So you should have a blue window. You have to choose Vatican Library. Then you have to sit on it and go teleport. I will wait for you there. If someone has any problem, just ask for a teleport from me. Here I am. So still, someone still haven't the voice now. Yeah. Yes, it's yes, really not a skybox because it's open, but anyway, yes, it is. So okay, here we played in this space. We played with Rome, with a Rome environment. For example, there's the fountain La Barcaccia by Bernini, father and son, and we paying a tribute to cinema, starting from to sculptures to sculptures. On the right, the fallen angel. It's a sculpture that is in Madrid, nel Parque del Buen Retiro in Madrid. And so we represented Anita Ekberg in a famous Italian film. On the other side, Vacanze Romane, Roman holidays. Okay, but it's not the reason we are here, being honest. We are here to visit the building behind me, which is the replica of a wing of the Vatican Library in Rome. So the building, the external building doesn't is not real. It's so just fantastic place. But the inside is a very impressive replica of the Vatican Library. So this is the main entrance, and in the bigger room you can see many books These books are some of the real ancient books hosted by the real library, and you can read them here in Second Life. If you click them, you can change pages. So all the pages have been pictured, and we make books of them. Okay, yeah, okay. No, they are not all in Latin. Some is in Latin, some in ancient English, some in ancient German, some in Spanish too. So you can have chance to understand some of them. Okay, I have a surprise for you all. Um I contacted him and he has been able to come. I would like to introduce you if he is able to reach us because I sent him the teleport. The builder, Carlo Zapatero, real life Carmine Lillo, the one that built all the monuments here. He's a bit noob now and is not able to reach me despite the teleport. Yes, yes, it's down at ground level. I sent him the teleport, but no, no need to do that. He will be able to make a little bit time to realize who is he and how Second Life works. Yes, yes. This is really like the real life ceiling, correct? Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present you Canolello Zampero. Please meet him. I'm glad. I am pleased. And I'm very happy Canolello has been able to reach out because I always want to give him the honor for what he did here, and I think it's so important, so amazing what he did. And that's the reason why I decided years ago to defend all of that and save him. Because, Second Life is a place that, as real life itself, things arrives and things go. I try to keep it because it's a shame to lose such a place in Second Life. It's really a shame. Yes.